said, no, 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 no. We must meditate. No, no, no. No, no, no. Said no more, no, no, no. Smash that like button. Soon as y'all come in the building. No, no. No more lying there. No more crying there. Crying there. There's no crying there, crying there. No more crying, ladies and gentlemen. Because the man will be released October 3rd. Mark my words. So everyone smash that like button. Soon as y'all come in the building, that's if YouTube is going to allow y'all to come in the building. They doing something right now. No more crying there. No more crying there too long. I'm going to give everybody time to come in the building. Salute, beautiful. You see what they doing right now? Do you see what they doing? A minute and 1 minute and 50 seconds. It should not take that long for YouTube to send this out to the people during survival. But you never know when they are doing this. This is when you got people, you know what I'm saying, from certain things you may have mentioned and you don't know, that done called the YouTube police and said, slow him down. He's putting too much good information out there. It could have been Jay-Z and Jay-Z's hairstyle. It could have been Beyonce and her fake robbery attempt. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens. So I'm going to wait. Look, see? Look how long it took them for them to let them motherfuckers come in the building. Pure survival. I know the system. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to keep it real. T-Love, I'm about to keep it real. The lounge, I'm about to keep it real in this place. Diddy Glover is about to come home. So I'm getting everybody prepared. I'm trying to figure out what Halloween costume I'm going to wear. Pure survival. Because y'all know I'm going to be doing Halloween content with Diddy Glover. Because Diddy Glover is going to have a freak off for Halloween. He's going to have a freak off for Thanksgiving. Pure survival. He's going to have a freak off for Christmas. So everybody who is upset about it, come on in the building so I can upset you more during survival. Diddy has been doing all his freak off programs. He's in jail doing programs that they didn't even ask Diddy Glover to do. Pure survival. He's doing special skills in there. He's doing domestic violence. And you better do domestic violence, Diddy Glover. Even though he didn't get convicted of domestic violence, pure survival, it looks good when you go in front of the parole board. It looks good when you go in front of the judge. And I don't know why, but the judges, they feel like, okay, because you're doing these programs, you are a changed man. But you can't get out of jail, you know what I'm saying, unless you do these programs. You know what I mean? It's very, very rare, especially in the state of Pennsylvania, y'all. Pure survival. They'll have you up there doing all kinds of programs of reasons why you in jail. You doing programs that don't even got nothing to do with why you even got locked up. But the more programs you do, because it's funded by the state. You know what I'm saying? It's a way for, it's all money. I'm telling y'all right now, Pure Survivor, they'll send you the programs. I've been through it. You know, they'll send you the programs just so they can make money. So they can get the money from the state for the jails and, you know what I mean? All kinds of different stuff with these programs. But it looks good to go in front of the judge. Hey, yeah, I've been out of trouble, Pure Survival. I haven't had any freak offs with my cellmate. And the judge gonna say, Diddy, we know you had freak offs with your cellmate. We're not mad at that. But have you been taking anger management during survival? Have you been taking your sex education classes? You know what I'm saying? But Diddy's about to get out of jail, man. And shout out to TMZ because everybody's mad at TMZ because TMZ been telling y'all the truth. And I will be back on TMZ, y'all, July 21st. And hopefully we going to be talking about Diddy Glover getting released because I don't care that Diddy's getting out. Pure survival. But it's still people that still want him to get 1,000 years. Tisha tells lies. I know she mad at motherfucker that Diddy's doing them programs. Pure survival. If she could call the jail and say, yo, tell them, don't let Diddy do the program, she would. But Diddy's about to get out of jail, so motherfuckers need to
So a
get
couple
with
of
reality.
updates on Diddy. We have not fully confirmed this. We are hearing that Diddy is enrolled in a domestic violence and a drug treatment program, two separate ones, while behind bars. This is a common program offered to most all inmates.
Domestic violence. Okay, we know Diddy's violent. We saw the video, Pure Survival. We seen him make people walk and get cheesecakes. We know that he's terrible. So even though he didn't get convicted for domestic violence, Pure Survival, this is the best program that Diddy Glover needs to take to get in front of that judge. Cause I see time served, y'all. By the time Diddy get there, he gonna have 13 months in. You know what I mean? All his programs done, they gonna let him Diddy Bop out of there. Pure survival. I'm just telling y'all.
Confirm this. We are hearing that Diddy is enrolled in a domestic violence and a drug treatment program, two separate ones, while behind bars. This is a common program offered to most all inmates. We have not been able to confirm. We're getting some conflicting information on it, but we are hearing that he is participating in those two programs. To me, and by the way, for two reasons. One, he clearly needs help. I think we heard that from
And we know that Diddy Glover needs help. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, no matter how many programs Diddy Glover goes to, anybody, if you got violence, if you got all that stuff, I don't feel like the program is gonna actually change who you are. Pure survival. You literally go to the programs just to get released. You know what I'm talking about? You can be an alcoholic and you go to drug and alcohol programs. If you don't want it for yourself, it's never going to happen. The programs is not going to change you. But it's what is how you get out of jail. And what Diddy is locked up for, prostitution and paying for wieners to fly out, that's not like no serious stuff, y'all. People don't do a lot of jail time for that. And they have to prove that other people did over 5 years and 10 years and all of that stuff. They can't find nobody that did even the time that Diddy's locked up for right now for what he locked up for. They can't even find somebody who got convicted of the same thing Diddy got convicted of that done more than a few months, not even a year. And Diddy already got a year in. So we need to get our Halloween costumes, our freak off Halloween costumes ready because the man gonna be out for Halloween. Trick or treat.
We have not been able to confirm. We're getting some conflicting information on it, but we are hearing that he is participating in those two programs. To me, and by the way, for two reasons. One, he clearly needs help. I think we heard that from the trial. Whichever way you come out, he needs help, and that's clear. And the second reason is that he's going to be sentenced. And one of the things judges look at is, is this person rehabilitated or trying to rehabilitate themselves?
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Diddy Glover is rehabilitated. Salute to Kathy Connie. Come through hitting that super chat ASAP. Pills Bible. Kathy Connie said, for Halloween, carrying a blow-up doll and bottles of baby oil. Pills Bible. Yes, that's exactly what he's going to do. They need to come out with a Diddy Glover's Halloween mask. Pills Bible. A Diddy Glover's costume. You know what I'm saying? But the judge is going to look good for the judge, y'all. Smash that like button.
Trial, whichever way you come out, he needs help. And that's clear. And the second reason is that he's going to be sentenced. And one of the things judges look at is, is this person rehabilitated or trying to rehabilitate themselves? So you could argue the rehabilitation should be don't hire prostitutes, because that's all he was convicted of. And so it's not so much the domestic violence and everything else, because he was never tried for that.
So do y'all get what he's saying? He's saying that Diddy shouldn't even be taking domestic violence classes because he wasn't convicted of domestic violence. I feel exactly where he coming from, but I think that domestic violence is the best classes in the programs that Diddy need to be taking, pure Bible, regardless if he didn't get convicted of the shit. Because the judge is going to want to know, have you been taking domestic violence classes? You know what I mean? Even though, like I said, in jail, you're not just going to change your domestic behavior. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Diddy's been in there long enough. That alone is going to make him change. But him being still like domestically violent, I don't know fully. Because you can come out as a changed man and all that shit, pure survival. But then once you leave jail, sometimes people forget about jail. Like you literally forget about the nights you was crying, the days your hair was falling out in the day room. You start getting comfortable being free, and then you get back to your domestic behavior. I don't know if Diddy's gonna do that, but Diddy is coming home, y'all.
Rehabilitate themselves. So you could argue the rehabilitation should be don't hire prostitutes, because that's all he was convicted of. And so it's not so much the domestic violence and everything else, because he was never tried for that. And when it came to, using force or coercion against Cassie or Jane, he was found not guilty. So when you think about it, what is the point of drug treatment, and anything else if he wasn't really found guilty of that? He was found.
Now, do y'all agree with that? Put a one in the chat if y'all think that Diddy shouldn't have to do domestic violence classes or drug and alcohol classes. Put a two in the chat if y'all think that he should be taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a one if y'all don't think he should be taking it because he's only there for prostitution, pure survival. He only there for buying ding-a-ling sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? But, so, okay, look, everybody put in the chat what they feel like. Yeah, I mean, I just think that he needs to take it, y'all, just because that's how the system works. Like, they make you do all of this stuff purposely just for you to beg for freedom. So I would say, Diddy, just take it, cause motherfucker, it's the only way to get out. You are in their hands. They own you, sir. Just do it, get the fuck out, and then have a coconut freak off smile. Pure survival. Everybody smash that like button, guys.
Version against Cassie or Jane, he was found not guilty. So when you think about it, what is the point of drug treatment, and anything else if he wasn't really found guilty of that? He was found guilty of hiring prostitutes and sending them across state lines. But optics matter. And there was testimony about his violence. So I think if he's doing this, which we're hearing he is, it's probably a good idea. Now, the second thing is the judge asked the prosecution to come up with a list of cases where the Mann Act was used, but the John was prosecuted.
So y'all hear that? So the prosecution has to find other cases, the same kind of case as Diddy Glover, and prove that they got over 5 years. You know how the prosecution is trying to get 56 months and all this crazy ass stuff? Diddy is a zero record, ladies and gentlemen. No matter how much everybody like, no, he's a demon. Oh no, put him in jail. We know Diddy done did some shit. He just got away with it, pure survival. Other motherfuckers had to, like Sean, people like that, had to go to jail for it. But Diddy Glover still has a clean record. You know what I'm saying? So you have to accept that Diddy Glover will be Diddy bopping out of that jail October 3rd. I think he gonna get time served on that day. Pure survival. I know he ain't gonna be in there more than the rest. He gonna get out this year. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy Glover is about to walk out of jail, and I'm telling you, motherfuckers gonna be mad as hell. Smash that like button. Cassie's still out having fun, spending the money. Jane Ho is taking pictures in the fucking the $10,000 a month beautiful house that Diddy's paying for right now. Why can't that motherfucker come home? They out here having fun.
Of cases where the Mann Act was used, but the John was prosecuted and sent to jail. And I am hearing from some people inside this case that prosecutors may have trouble coming up with that list because typically it's not the Johns that are prosecuted under the Mann Act. And that makes this very, very interesting.
So y'all hear that? So whoever want Diddy, listen, everybody in the building, smash that like button. Everybody just looking at me, I need everybody to smash that like button. There's too many people in here. Whether y'all watching me on TV, y'all watching me on your phone, hit that like button wherever you can hit it at. You know what I mean? And I just put my PayPal in there. I got kicked out of Cash App, Pure Survival. I don't know why they kicked me off of Cash App. Treated me like a damn drug dealer, Pure Survival. I don't know how my Cash App got shut down, but I just put right there, my PayPal is PayPal at Jamil910. Like, I don't even know if you know how to use the shit. So even if y'all send $1 to that PayPal, I'll find out if that motherfucker, you know what I mean, if y'all could do it or not. Pure survival. Now TikTok send me money over there, but if y'all want to send money, donate to the channel, hit my PayPal up and we can, you know, carry it. But let's get them likes over 100, guys. We got to do that immediately. And then we got to find other cases of Diddy's where somebody got a whole bunch of time. That's why the prosecution is having trouble, y'all. They are having trouble. The judge said, look, y'all better bring me some other cases like Diddy's to where they got a whole bunch of time if y'all want us to give him 5 years. Diddy is not looking at no more than 2 years, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But he looking at time served to me right now. The day he go to court, I'm gonna be dressed in a Halloween costume. You know what I'm saying? Ready to troll him soon as he come out the building. Bible.
From some people inside this case that prosecutors may have trouble coming up with that list because typically it's not the Johns that are prosecuted under the Mann Act. And that makes this very, very interesting in terms of sentencing. That if, yeah, he was convicted, but they can't find any other cases where the Johns face serious jail time, the defense is going to say,
put a 1 in the chat if y'all can find a case that's just like Diddy's where somebody faced a lot of jail time. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all can't find somebody in Diddy Glover's situation that they did a whole bunch of jail time. Because they say in the prosecution, they can't find it.
Prosecuted under the Mann Act. And that makes this very, very interesting in terms of sentencing. That if, yeah, he was convicted, but they can't find any other cases where the Johns face serious jail time, the defense is going to say, this is selective prosecution. You're singling out one guy and throwing the book at him when that's not the way the legal system has worked.
So do y'all understand that? They're saying, Diddy's team is going to say to the judge, y'all throwing the book at him. Why are y'all giving Diddy so much time for buying dingaling sandwiches? You know what I'm saying? And paying for the dingalings to fly in the air and land in his throat. Why are y'all charging giving him all this time when y'all ain't giving these other people that be buying prostitutes and stuff like that? So I'm telling you, y'all, get ready for the time served. Everybody smash that like button.
Yeah, he was convicted, but they can't find any other cases where the Johns face serious jail time, The defense is going to say, this is selective prosecution. You're singling out one guy and throwing the book at him when that's not the way the legal system has worked in the past. It's up to prosecutors to come up with that list, and they may not be able to. And that's going to be really interesting.
Do y'all hear that? The prosecutors cannot find or come up with that list. This is going to be very interesting. That's why I want all my people to watch me so y'all are not surprised or mind blown when they say Diddy time served. I don't want y'all to be shocked come October. We got to be ready to troll him soon as he walk out the jail. Pure Bible. If we see him get picked up by a male prostitute, if we see him doing baby oil celebration, Halloween trick or treating, giving out baby oil, you know what I mean? When the kids is trying to get candy, we need to pay attention to that. Pure Bible, because he coming home.
But they can't find any other cases where the Johns face serious jail time. The defense is going to say, this is selective prosecution. You're singling out one guy and throwing the book at him when that's not the way the legal system has worked in the past. It's up to prosecutors to come up with that list, and they may not be able to. And that's going to be really interesting in October when Diddy is sentenced. Now, look, he could get 10 years. That is not going to happen.
Y'all hear that? So anybody that say Diddy is going to get 10 years, I am sorry. Even when people get in my comments and say, Jamil, I don't agree with you. Diddy's going to get 20 years. He's going to get 30 years. He's going to get the freak off electric chair. I say, look, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. Diddy is not getting all this time that people think that he's going to get. Pure survival. And I'm telling y'all, I'm still going to make jokes about him. People say, oh, you team Diddy Glover now. You a Diddy Glover lover. They called me a Diddy Glover lover. Pure survival. They called me a Diddy Glover lover. I'm not a Diddy Glover lover. I'm just telling y'all the damn truth. Pure survival. Don't call me a Diddy Glover lover. Everybody put Diddy Glover lover in the chat. Pure survival. Because they called me a Diddy Glover lover, set up. That because I'm telling them the truth, they're calling me a Diddy Glover lover.
Say, this is selective prosecution. You're singling out one guy and throwing the book at him when that's not the way the legal system has worked in the past. It's up to prosecutors to come up with that list, and they may not be able to. And that's going to be really interesting in October when Diddy is sentenced. Now, look, he could get 10 years. That is not going to happen. He's not going to get 5 years. Even prosecutors are saying 4, but he's not going to get 4.
Even the prosecutors. So if you got people out here talking about, oh, Diddy gonna get 20 years, he gonna get 40 years. Even the prosecutors know the best that they can try for is 4 years. And I told my baby, she right there in the chat, the lounge, I told her that Diddy Glover wasn't getting no more than 2 to 4 years. Bible. You can ask her. Get in her chat and ask her. I told her, I said, he ain't gonna get all that motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? And like he just said, y'all can call me a Diddy Glover lover all y'all want. Bible. Put Diddy Glover lover in the chat. It's hilarious. They call me a Diddy Glover lover.
Able to. And that's going to be really interesting in October when Diddy is sentenced. Now, look, he could get 10 years. That is not going to happen. He's not going to get 5 years. Even prosecutors are saying 4, but he's not going to get 4. I think he is going to get between 1 and 2 years. And if they can't come up with that list, it's going to be in the lower end. And remember,
you hear that? 1 to 2 years. And if prosecutors cannot come up with that free off list, proving that somebody else got treated, that got a whole bunch of years for the same reason he locked up, it's going to be on the lower end, y'all. We talking about time served. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy's going to get time served. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he going to get a whole bunch of years. Pure survival. That's what I want to know. I want to know who in the chat. We got over 1,000 people in the chat. Tell me who think Diddy gonna get a whole bunch of years now. After you already have white America telling you motherfuckers, he not going to get more than 2 years. So if you got 10, 20, and all that stuff down, man, y'all better get ready. Get your freak off costume ready, cause Diddy Glover's coming. Pure survival. Y'all gotta get them likes up. Everybody smash that like button, and I want y'all to call me a Diddy Glover lover, cause I think it's funny as hell. Pure survival.
That's going to be really interesting in October when Diddy is sentenced. Now, look, he could get 10 years. That is not going to happen. He's not going to get 5 years. Even prosecutors are saying 4, but he's not going to get 4. I think he is going to get between 1 and 2 years. And if they can't come up with that list, it's going to be in the lower end. And remember, by October, he'll have already served a year. And so I know this sounds kind of crazy, but depending on what happens, Diddy could be out by Christmas.
Do y'all hear this? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with TMZ. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't. Cause I know y'all, I've been seeing people in my chat, oh, TMZ full of shit. Oh, don't believe TMZ. I believe TMZ, pure survival. Cause they not the only ones saying it. Diddy will be out by Christmas, goddammit. He gonna be getting, oh my God. Imagine the freak off Christmas outfits. The freak off, I'm talking about he gonna be dancing in front of the freak off Christmas tree, freak off vampires hanging upside down, buck ass naked in the freak off dungeon. I'm sorry, guys. The stuff Diddy was doing was very freaky, was disgusting and whatever, but it wasn't a criminal act. We done found out that Jane Ho was a stone cold liar and a stone cold whore. Bible. We found out that Cassie wasn't no big ass victim. She's a stone cold whore too. You know what I mean? And she's a gangster on the low. Pills of Bible. Cassie would put a hit out on one of y'all motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to keep taking up with Cassie. Cassie crazy. Cassie probably put a bag on my motherfucker head. Pills of Bible. Now, I told y'all it was horrible what he did to her in the damn camera. But it's some of y'all got beat up like by your boyfriend like that last night. Some of y'all or your girlfriend got beat up by her boyfriend last night, Prince of Bible, and he ain't doing no federal time. Some of y'all been beat up by men in your life in the past, worse than how Diddy did that girl, and ain't none of them do no jail time. Pure Bible. Let's just keep it funky monkey. Let's keep it funky monkey. The man is about to get out and have a freak off for Christmas, dashing through the snow with on a one horse open sleigh. Who gives a hell if they call me gay? Ha ha ha. That's what Diddy Glover gonna be saying.
Come up with that list. It's going to be in the lower end. And remember, by October, he'll have already served a year. And so I know this sounds kind of crazy, but depending on what happens, Diddy could be out by Christmas. And I think that's a real possibility. This is not a serious prison time case. It's just...
So understand that, y'all. I know how people seriously hate Diddy. I know how all of that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna keep talking about, oh, I know what he did to Cassie was horrible. I know Diddy's I know Diddy's a bad person. We already been saying that. We know that he's horrible. We know he's evil and all of that. Pure survival. But for what he got convicted of, ladies and gentlemen, we know it wasn't no Rico. I knew it wasn't no Rico, you know what I mean, from the beginning. Pure survival. Once it was one motherfucker you lock up, everybody else get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew. I said, come on now. I don't think that he's a drug lord. I just think he's a nasty buzzard. He's a nasty buzzard. But these people were willing participants during survival. And they were money hungry and they didn't give a damn about getting urinated on or nothing. They wanted the money and they did what Diddy wanted them to do, and they were volunteer, willing participants. Pure survival. But y'all have to understand that what Diddy's locked up for is not something you do a lot of jail time for. I don't know how many truck drivers be buying motherfucking crack whores and prostitutes, be having the damn track marks in their arms, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Getting head behind trash cans. Truck drivers get 8 ball of coke all in their nose, pure survival, getting head behind a trash can. Ain't none of them doing no motherfucking jail time, pure survival. So this is the truth.
The year. And so I know this sounds kind of crazy, but depending on what happens, Diddy could be out by Christmas. And I think that's a real possibility. This is not a serious prison time case. It's just not. And especially if they can't find like cases where John's had significant jail time or prison time. I just don't see it. So could he be out by Christmas? I think he could. Could he be out by Thanksgiving? I actually think that's possible.
Do y'all hear that? So he's going to have a freak off Thanksgiving special. Diddy Glover's going to have, he is going to be, Diddy probably fuck around and stick his wiener inside of a turkey. Pure survival. Put all, you know how you put the turkey pastry on it? He going to be putting all the baby oil on the motherfucking turkey. He going to spread that turkey's legs. He going to spread that turkey's legs wide open. Pure survival. He going to take a picture of the Punisher's face. He going to take a picture of the Punisher and stick the Punisher's face on a turkey, pure survival, and be tearing the Punisher's cakes up. Yo, the man is about to get out Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'm telling you, goddammit, Diddy Glover is coming home for Christmas. It should be a freak off special. I need to do a cartoon. Diddy Glover comes home for Christmas. Yeah, I'm gonna do a freak off Christmas special, y'all. Because I'm not bitter or upset about this, pure survival, at all. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not. When I thought Diddy did something with minors, when I thought that Diddy did all these other horrible things, then I was like, throw him away, put him under the jail. Man, when I found out what the fuck that these was ex-girlfriends that was willing to get down with the motherfucker get down, absolutely not. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy is doing all these fucking programs to get out. Shout out to Laura Collins from Pop Crime TV. She was talking about the shit too. I seen her at the Diddy trial. You know what I'm saying?
Diddy update. TMZ is reporting that Diddy has been enrolled in a program in federal jail called Stop, and this is an initiative that helps inmates focus on preventing sexual assault, domestic violence, and dating violence.
And do you hear what the program is? Diddy's in a program in jail called Stop. It's called Stop. Like, all right, motherfucker, when somebody says no, stop it, goddammit. They had to put that man in a program called Stop. That means no, goddammit. I said stop. You put it in the man's taste cakes, and the man says, stop it, Diddy. Get your hands on my hips and my thighs, like Hassan Campbell.
Diddy update. TMZ is reporting that Diddy has been enrolled in a program in federal jail called Stop, and this is an initiative that helps inmates focus on preventing sexual assault, domestic violence, and dating violence. And he's also in this therapy program and participating in a drug abuse program with someone named Dr. Harry K. Wexler. And when I read all of this, I reached out to Diddy's PR person. I mean, I was like, can I get some more information on this? How does TMZ always know everything? And she's like, I can't tell you anything about this. This is medical stuff from inside the jail. Like, his lawyers can't tell you anything. I mean, clearly TMZ has such good sources. They have sources inside of the MDC. I mean,
do you understand that? So for everybody to say, oh, TMZ full of shit, TMZ got the damn scoop, y'all. They ain't got the inside scoop. I'd rather listen to TMZ than listen to motherfucking Tisha Tells Lies before I not listen to TMZ. You know what I'm saying? Because she only going to say, oh, Diddy's going to the moon. Oh, Diddy's going to get life in prison. If you listening to that girl say that Diddy's getting life in prison, after all of this stuff, let's get ready for Diddy to open up the freak off island. This is what Diddy Glover's about to be doing come October and November. This is what he gonna be back to doing during survival.
He's a weird dude. From disturbing footage of Diddy's freak-off island to doing these satanic rituals on his victims, these are the 20 weirdest videos of Diddy. And first up, Diddy was caught on camera at an auction when he sold something terrifying.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, and I would like to auction something off, okay? If you win, you get a night out with Diddy. Saturday night in New York, and I promise you, your ass will wake up Wednesday laying beside me.
You hear that? Diddy said if you go to sleep on Tuesday or whatever, you're going to wake up buck-ass naked laying beside him on Thursday. This is what Diddy is about to be doing soon as he get released. Pure Bible. The man can't help the creepiness. I mean, this is not a crime right here.
And if you think Diddy's joking, check out number 19 on our list.
For all those in London that don't know what happens to the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so you can see. That's crazy.
Look at this. This is what Diddy Glover's going to be doing come October. Pure Bible. Smash that like button, guys. We got over 1,000 people in the building. Look at this man's big ass pineapple head laying inside of this man's lap. Pure Bible. This man right here, Diddy got him so tore up so he can make motherfuckers' wieners disappear all night in the freak off dungeon. Pure Bible. We can't call this a crime, ladies and gentlemen, because this man knows how Diddy get down. Pure Bible. So he knew better not to drink out of Diddy Glover's freak off concoction. He knew not to drink like this. Now he got his head in this man's lap. Pure Bible. The man got his hands rubbing his fingers all through his motherfucking hair. Pure Bible. Palming his motherfucking hair. Look at him. Got his hand like this, and he got that motherfucker just like this. Pure Bible. Donking his wiener right in his mouth like a donking stick. Pure Bible. Look at this shit. And then he got his cakes in the air, and look at this man. He know he gonna get some of that tonight. He like, look at this shit. Did he set this thing up? Pure Bible. This is the parties that Diddy was having, ladies and gentlemen. Do y'all think that this is a Rico charge? Y'all think that this is a Rico, or do y'all think that this is the Freako? Pure Bible. It looked like a Freako to me. Pure Bible. This grown ass man done dunked his head in another man's lap. This is what Diddy is about to do, y'all.
Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look what you and then Drake got his head. And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is an actual DJ. I'm supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
Yeah, and that's not the only...
This is what happens when you go to a Diddy Glover's party. Y'all think that Diddy Glover's not going to still have these same kind of motherfucking parties, Pure Bible? He just going to make sure nobody got a wire. He's still going to be doing this shit. You said that he's a DJ. This dude was a DJ, got his cakes in the air like that. You need to take DJ Envy over there, Pure Bible, and bust his cakes open. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't doing it for his wife. But he's sitting there teasing that little young boy, Neon, you know what I'm saying, going off on him. Man, listen, Diddy is going to be back freaking off, partying and everything, y'all. Let's get ready. The man is about to get out of jail. I don't give a damn who calls me a Diddy Glover lover. I'm just keeping it real.
To the white man when he comes to a P. Diddy party, this is what happens to the white man.
It's so unfortunate.
You gotta pull back though, so you can see. That's crazy. Matt, move out the way. You're still alive. Look at that. Look what you and then Drake got his head. And that's James from Simeon Mobile Disco. He is an actual DJ. I'm supposed to pass out, but when they come to one of my parties, this is what happens to them.
Yeah, and that's not the only dude Diddy schemed on. Because at number 18, Diddy and Biggie were caught on camera being more than just friends.
I look at him like, I say Jesus.
And next question is...
And look at this. Even B.I.G., rest in peace to B.I.G., Pure Bible. You're nobody. Tell somebody. Try to touch you. Diddy is still going to have this kind of behavior, guys. I am just pointing this all out so nobody's surprised. Pure survival. Do I think Diddy is going to get a male fiance or boyfriend? I think he gonna get a few boyfriends. He gonna be cheating on men and different stuff, but he's still going to be flirting with other men, just like this. Pure survival. After he beat the feds, you think he ain't gonna be doing this freaky shit anymore? You gotta be out of your mind. Pure survival.
And if anything, Diddy treats his boyfriends better than his girlfriends. Because next up at number 17, Diddy got in a fight with his ex-girlfriend Cassie and decided to post a TikTok to humiliate her online.
What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got to say.
Now, when Cassie rolled up like a fruit roll up right here, I felt so bad. I said, this was horrible. Why would Diddy treat this woman like this? Pure survival. But now, after watching the trial, knowing that Cassie could have got away from this sick motherfucker, she didn't have to sit there and be scared, rolled up like a damn burrito at Chipotle. She chose to be rolled up like a burrito at Chipotle. Pure survival. While he's hovering over her with that penis breath, she could have been left. This was after he did what he did to her in the hotel. Pure survival. So how am I going to feel bad that this girl kept going back and she has $30 million, ladies and gentlemen? I will repeat. She has $30 million. Now, she rolled up like a Chipotle wrap right here, Pure Survival, but I bet you she rolled up in some of the best blankets, the best sheets, the most expensive shit right now, and she's sitting back laughing, Pure Survival. Cassie don't even give a damn that Diddy getting out. Y'all believe the story that Cassie is scared of Diddy? Didn't you hear what the one Japanese girl said, his other ex-girlfriend, Pure Survival? She said, I don't give a damn if Diddy come home. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. And I don't think that's one thing. See, I believe Diddy's still gonna do freaky, weird shit. But one thing for certain, Diddy is not gonna be putting his hands on nobody. He not gonna be threatening nobody. I don't think Diddy gonna be doing none of that because the feds is going to be watching him, ladies and gentlemen. You think the feds just want to take that loss? The feds feel like we lost. So if Diddy sneeze wrong, Pure Survival, they are on his tasty cakes during survival. So he know better not to come out and do nothing dumb. But what I'm saying to y'all, the only thing Diddy gonna come out and do, he's still gonna come out and do his freaky stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which, shout out to the LBG community. Y'all know I ain't against nobody. Your sexuality is your sexuality. That is not a crime. Pure survival. So if anybody go hang around Diddy after this whole trial, I'm not feeling bad for y'all. If anybody hang out with Diddy, if Diddy's able to get a girlfriend after this, a boyfriend after this, I'm not going to pay them no mind if they come out and say, oh, Diddy got me drunk. He assaulted me. He did. Why would you even go around him after the trial? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I'm not feeling sympathetic no more. I'm going to know it's a money grab because you wanted it. You wanted it. You know what I'm saying? You know the man is a very freaky gal. So let's get them likes up, man. Diddy is about to come home, y'all, and this is the stuff the man is going to be back doing. Just creepy, freaky shit. So I'm telling you right now, shout out to everybody in our building. Smash that like button, damn it.
16. At this point, everyone kind of knew Diddy was up to no good, which is exactly why Jimmy Fallon exposed him in 2016.
You used to invite me to your parties. I know, you did. Yeah. You did. I remember I got an invite from you once. This is true. You used to have these crazy parties, and one invite was it self-destructed. It was you talking, and so you gave the information of where the party was, and then it said, this message was self-destructed.
I'm very high concept.
Look, Diddy was clearly destroying evidence. However, he wasn't able to destroy everything, because at number 15, Diddy once beat his own girlfriend on camera and tried to hide the evidence for years. See, in 2024, CNN released never-before-seen footage of Diddy chasing his girlfriend Cassie through a hotel hallway and beating her. And after the footage was...
So we know that if anybody be with Diddy after that, they wanted to be with him. You know what I'm saying?
But it gets even weirder. Because after watching number 30...
This is going to be what I think Diddy's going to have in the car. Soon as he get released, this is the costume. This is what Diddy's going to look like soon as he get away from the jail. Right
here.
here.
On our list.
Right here.
He wants to be his mom. See, one night, Diddy hopped on Snapchat after having a few drinks and posted himself cross-dressing.
So Atlanta, we come in, get my Atlanta, I'm bringing something special. Hey yo, Toronto, Cash, what up?
Now y'all see this? So everybody, is this a crime? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that this is a crime. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that this is a crime. Pure survival. For him to come out, and this is what I think, Diddy, when you get out, you just need to come all the way out the closet. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Because look at this. This is Diddy was screaming to come out. You know what I'm talking about? This is what he's going to look like in his Halloween freak off special. Pure survival. His Thanksgiving freak off, his Christmas freak off. You know what I'm talking about? Do y'all understand how bad he can't wait to put this motherfucking shit on? His makeup, pure survival, his hair. You know what I'm saying? This is all Diddy Glover wants to do for Christmas. You know, he just want to be a freaky girl for Christmas. So like I said, everybody, Diddy is going to get time served. I don't give a damn who get in my chat and say, Jamil, TMZ full of shit. No, he not. He going to get 1,000,000 years. Guess what? October 3rd is coming up. Pure survival. So I will be covering his sentencing date. And we will see if for Halloween, Diddy Glover will be coming to freak off and trick or treat. Pure survival.